Hello everybody, this is Starman. Welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. I am the Doctor. Well, you note that we're here just by the neon sign in Vegas, outside Camp McCarran, Camp McCarran. Stupid dyslexia. Anyway, reason why we stopped by here is because there is one quest I tried doing before, and this one, like the Veronica one, didn't trigger here, but we're supposed to deliver an invoice to the lead scientist here.
Contreras is holding out on me. I know he's got more to sell.
Anyway, got a whole bunch of phones and computers that don't do anything anymore.
Yes? Something else you need? From Alice. I'll see that she's paid right away. Crimson Caravan runs a tight operation. Even out here in the waste, wouldn't do to keep them waiting. Was there anything?
I'm not the first person you sent to Vault 22, am I?
I never said you were. You've been speaking to Williams, haven't you?
I'm the one asking the questions here, Doctor.
Fair enough. Begging your pardon, but this is beginning to feel like an interrogation. No, you aren't the first person I've sent to the vault. I'm sorry that I neglected to tell you, but I don't see how it makes any difference.
I prefer to know what I'm getting into.
You want certainty? You'll never find it, especially not in the pursuit of science. Take my advice. Forget about Williams. She's a talented researcher, but she doesn't understand people, and she can't see the big picture. Now, I know your time is valuable, so I won't waste any more of it. Feel free to show yourself out.
All right.
Hey. If you can find Keeley and keep...
It just occurred to me, I think I know what the issue is. The issue is Veronica hadn't seen fit to walk in to any of the conversations and hear all of this.
What's up? They'll never see the haymakers coming. Ooh, got something good for me? Is it... No, sorry, I get distracted. Been scavenging too long. They'll never see the haymakers coming. No, sorry, I get distracted. Been scavenging. Ooh, got any juicy gossip?
I grew up in a big family too. I have 5 brothers. We lived above ground though.
If you can find Keeley and...
Okay, well, we may have screwed the pooch on getting Veronica to open up about her quest by doing science stuff in here. And everything else I need to do with Boone has to be done around here. So I think we will go ahead and...
What's up? What's up? What? Okay, then I guess I'll be back at the 188. Maybe digging in some dirt for scrap.
Okay, so... sending Veronica back. Well, we're going to go ahead and swing back to Novak real quick. And Boone's in his apartment. I'll bet he's here doing night shift work.
Is it time? I'm ready.
All right. And we'll go ahead and travel back to Crimson Caravan. See what the heck that fight was about. Looks like the one fiend was getting trounced by 2 merchants, 1 mercenary. Not the best lineup, but seems to be working okay for him.
Do you need something?
You were the one who just asked if I was okay.
I'm ready.
Morning.
Welcome back. Well, you've proven yourself reliable so far. Would you be interested in more important jobs?
Whatever work do you have?
As much as I like to handle matters personally, I can't be everywhere at once. There is a negotiation with a smaller trading outfit that I'd like resolved as quickly as possible. There's also the matter of Henry Jameson, an employee whose services I'd rather do without. His family connections make it difficult, however. And finally, I need someone to acquire the gunrunner's manufacturing specifications. This job needs to be quiet. No alarms, no deaths.
Tell me about the negotiation.
There's a small trading outfit, Cassidy Caravans, that I'm interested in acquiring. They've been rather competitive, so it's time to buy them out. I have it on good authority that the owner, Cass, wants out of the caravan business. Cass frequently trades with the NCR, so you'll likely find her at the Mojave Outpost. The Jamesons are very wealthy ranchers back in Redding, California, and significant investors in the Crimson Caravan Company. I was pressured into posting young Henry as the manager of the New Vegas branch. As you can see, he wasn't exactly cut out for the job. He was much more interested in gambling and prostitutes, and because of his family, I can't simply fire him. Henry needs to be convinced to quit, one way or another. I won't have a useless employee on the company payroll. I understand. No hard feelings. But you will, of course, keep our conversation on the matter strictly confidential.
Alright, so that gives us some more stuff to work on, but what we want to focus on at the moment are a few things around camp that are going to require some finesse and some intelligence. Because in all of our working around here, we did not ever actually get around to talking to the base commander.
We're all impressed with the work you've done for us. Thought you might be able to make use of this. It's a key to a little hideaway south of here. We've used it as a place for rangers to rest and resupply. I thought you might get good use out of it.
I'm able to provide support. Is there anything I might be able to help with?
You don't cook by any chance, do you? Farber's doing his best, but it's hard to manage an army with half my staff in line for the latrine. Honestly, we're fighting a lot of fires right now. The fiends keep pressing their position from Vault 3. We've got the Legion breathing down our necks across the river. We actually took an officer alive last week, but so far he hasn't spoken a word.
Any other problems?
Yeah. On top of everything else, I can't send a patrol on a bathroom break without it being ambushed by someone who heard they were coming. So somebody's getting the word out.
You seem calm given that things are as bad as they are.
Calm is what you have to be when people look to you. And it's all you can be when things are out of your hands.
See how that can make the Legion prisoner talk?
I have Lieutenant Boyd on that already, and she's excellent. But I think she's hit a wall. Talk to her if you like. See if she has any use for you. Her office is right above mine, but I think she might be interrogating right now. So she'd be upstairs on the other side of the building.
And that could leak into who's leaking the NCR intelligence.
Well, why not? Given your recent arrival, at least I can safely rule you out as the leak. I'd like to have absolute trust in my men, but that's just not practical right now. Go ahead and look into it. See what you find. We don't have much to go on right now. Lately, every raiding party in New Vegas seems to have a map of our troop movements. It derails everything. Supplies, reinforcements, and it'll only get worse the longer we let it go on. Captain Curtis is heading up the investigation right now. He can fill you in.
And while I'm at it, who are the Fiends? Although I already know that.
As in chem fiends. Biggest gang of raiders I've ever seen. Nothing like addiction to swell your numbers. Psychotic and completely unpredictable. They set up shop in Vault 3 to the west. Every day they attack our positions and my men repel them. But every day there's more of them and less of us. I sent one of my rangers after their leader to try and destabilize them. He didn't return. Hell of a thing losing a ranger. You come to depend on them, and they come through for you so often, you forget it can happen.
Well, I'll see if what I can do about finding them.
That vault is a hornet's nest. If you have second thoughts, no one would think less of you for it. But if you can get him home, it'd mean a lot. Watch for civilians, too. The fiends have been kidnapping locals. They just walk right into people's homes in the middle of the day and take them. But the man you're looking for is Bryce Anders. Anders was trying to find the leader, Motor Runner. You hear something like a chainsaw? You've found Motor Runner. Put a bullet in his head, and you'll have some new friends around here.
Anders. Why does that name ring a bell?
Could be better, I'll say that much. We set up here with our sights set on annexing New Vegas. It's a lot of resources that could do a lot of good for us. But that hasn't happened. If anything, they annexed us. They rake in the profits from our soldiers, and we're stuck protecting them from the Legion. Not exactly the plan. Now we're trying to secure the strip and the dam at the same time, and it's costing us. And in the meantime, General Oliver won't approve any offensive maneuvers because he doesn't want to risk losing our positions. So we're in a holding pattern here. And Caesar's on the other side of the river, planning.
And things mostly quiet between here and the dam?
Unfortunately, no. In fact, the word from the ranger stations has been especially concerning lately. Sounds like they've run into overwhelming resistance, and supplies just aren't reaching them. It's been so bad, I asked Sergeant Reyes at Camp Forlorn Hope to look into it, and see how it is that things could be so fouled up there.
Yeah, about that.
It's our main base. We took it because it lets us keep an eye on the strip, and it had already been fortified before the Great War. From here we handle most of the logistics for our operations in Nevada. Troop allocation, supply distribution, intel. Usually General Oliver runs the show here, but he's on his way to the dam now, so I've taken on a lot of his duties here. Everything was going according to President Kimball's plan at first. We met minor resistance from local troublemakers, but our two main objectives are still contested. Mr. House controls the strip and he won't so much as meet with our ambassador. And we're holding Hoover Dam, but Caesar's Legion is positioning itself to overrun it. If it falls, so will New Vegas. We'd be forced to withdraw. Bye.
Right, so let's go do some interrogating.
Boyd's in there with a prisoner right now. Boy, is she pissed.
You stick out like a sore thumb around here. You sure you're in the right place? Not big on reading name tags, huh? That's okay. My name is long and difficult to pronounce. Ready for it? It's Boyd. Lieutenant Boyd to my friends. Colonel Shu has me handling the policing duties for the base. I've told him he could make my job a whole lot easier if he would just let me shoot anyone who talks back to me. But you know how colonels can be.
Somewhat, yes.
Yeah, so far this has gone exactly as expected. Poorly. But with the work you've done for NCR already, you might be just what I've been looking for. We captured an honest-to-God centurion of Caesar's Legion recently.
That's a big deal.
Better believe it. Everybody in Caesar's Legion from Caesar on down will kill themselves before they can be captured. They're so twitchy they'd probably do it if you reached out to hug them. But here's this guy, who's an elite commander in their army and he just gives himself up, even as his men are slitting their own throats around him. Well, I don't know about you, but to me that sounds like a man who's willing to cooperate. Except he hasn't. Only times he speaks up are to insult you. He's a real prick, by the way. And I'm supposed to get information out of this guy. Don't have anything like that. Sounds nice. Like the kind of thing I'd want to take home and use on my husband. But even if we did, I don't know that I'd be comfortable using it. If there's any risk of overdose, it's not worth it. Asshole's too valuable. Yes, and one time I thought I saw a tear when I told him his uniform was unflattering. But I think he just got some dust in his eye.
Oh, alright, why don't you just beat him senseless?
I like the way you think. Have I said that yet? Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. There's some restrictions still in place from President Tandy's administration. But here's my favorite thing about you. You're not in the NCR. Plus, for all this guy knows, you're completely insane. That's a winning combination.
So you want me to do what you can't?
I think if you rough him up enough, and really put some fear into him, he'll sing like a choir boy. So let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. Then I leave the room, and you make him regret the day he was born. We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his jaw anymore. Either way, we've had our entertainment for the day.
Well, I do actually object to the use of violence. I believe the doctor would too.
Ah, tear my heart out, why don't you? Well, maybe you can find a way to play with his mind. Get him out of his comfort zone. People lose their heads and say things they regret. Especially if they underestimate you. This dickhead would underestimate a nuclear missile. Plenty of ways to skin a cat, as they say. Hey, what if we skinned him? Bet he wouldn't be so smug then.
Let's get started.
That's the spirit. Okay, I'll go in and have a word with him. Then I'll call you in. Long time no see, Celus.
Lieutenant. I was just thinking about you.
That's so.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
I'll pass.
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit. I train my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. Know why?
It's all the rage in fashion circles?
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong to. And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were gonna give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect enemy prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and Celus? If you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in, he's all yours. I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along. And I'll need you to surrender your weapons before you go in. You can pick them up from the locker on your way out.
All right.
What an ugly little worm you are. What pile of excrement did the lieutenant pluck you from, worm?
All right, so we've got a couple options here. Intelligence, I'm with the Legion, I'm here to kill you. Speech, I think you're confused. I'm with the Excrement right now. Or just attacking him outright. I'm thinking we'll go with the Legion route.
You're nothing. You're some inept mercenary the NCR is paying to supplement its own incompetent soldiers.
How naive, and then speak Latin with intelligence. Timothemus. You're both slaves to Caesar's law and you're in violation. Caesar sees you as a threat now. I pose as mercenary, get inside the walls.
No, listen. Caesar's secrets are safe with me. I stayed alive because Caesar would have wanted it. I'm useless to him dead.
You're a danger to him alive. Your knowledge threatens him.
I've told them nothing. They've gotten nowhere. I'm a Centurion, for Christ's sake. I deserve his trust.
Caesar's laws are absolute. He does not grant exceptions.
You have to let this go. I'll disappear. No one will ever see me again. That was always the plan in the first place.
So in addition to treason, you're also a deserter.
No, that's not what I meant. Lieutenant, this man is trying to kill me. He's not who you think he is.
All that shouting. Honestly, Celus, you get free room and board. The least you could do is be a good guest.
Lieutenant, this man is an agent of the Legion on a mission to kill me.
My, we have an active imagination today, don't we?
Think about it. Is it worth the risk? You need what I know.
Well, it sounds like the two of you are becoming fast friends.
It'll be your head if I die, Lieutenant. You'll be disgraced.
You know what? I think you're right, Celus.
Of course I'm right.
Except, I don't care. Because it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it to never have to hear you say another word, Celus. Carry on.
Lieutenant! You don't have to do this.
You shouldn't have done that. I'm the only friend you have right now. You honestly be... Yeah. Oh, I do. So, unlike you, I follow Caesar's orders.
If I'd killed myself, then I would have been murdering one of Caesar's greatest soldiers. Either choice is a betrayal of the Legion, as I see it. I've done everything Caesar ever asked of me, and this is how I am repaid. With assassination, I ambushed countless NCR patrols and wiped them out so that our operatives could move freely. I waited for him to dispatch us for 3 days, never questioning why the headaches he complained of would hinder his ability to command.
Hello?
I haven't breathed a word about the officer we planted here. He continues to radio intelligence to Caesar's camp nearly every night. I've proven my loyalty. All you're doing is killing a loyal soldier. If that's Caesar's policy, then I say his empire will crumble.
If his empire crumbles, it'll probably because his centurions are so gullible.
What?
I just got you to talk.
No, you Nothing I've said will change the outcome for you. No force can hold back the tide of the Legion. This camp...
You did well. I don't know how you did it without putting a scratch on him, and I'm a little disappointed personally, but it saved the NCR some face. And it could save us more than that when all is said and done. I'm gonna talk to some people when we're through here. This is about double the standard fee we'd give a consultant, but from what I saw, you're more of an artist. So think of this as your commission. Yep, see you around.
What is it?
And yeah, unfortunately, us getting through this without violence does not solve,
You got something to say, or do you always look like that?
matter of fact. But having done that, and having gotten our pay,
What is it?
gives us a option to start talking a little bit more to Boone. It must have been Bitter Springs, so what happened there?
There was a miscommunication.
Must have been one hell of a miscommunication.
Yeah, well, that's how they wrote it up in the report. We did what we were there to do. A lot of people got killed. That's war. Maybe looking back, you do things differently. But that's not how it works. In the field, you hesitate, you or someone you care about will die. They teach that from day one.
Being a mindless drone is just as dangerous. You have to think for yourself.
Not much hope either way, is there?
Do you think about it a lot?
Yeah. Always. Even when I sleep.
Maybe it helped to go back there.
I don't think so. It won't change anything. And that's a memory I don't want refreshed.
Is it because of Bitter Springs you think you've got bad things coming?
Life has a way of punishing you for the mistakes you make. Big enough mistake, punishment can take a while. Mine's not over.
Maybe you can make up for your mistakes. Just have your control while I worry about it.
A murderer who does good deeds is still a murderer. And he'll still get his judgment. I left the NCR when my tour was up. Had enough of war. And decided I was gonna start over. None of it made a difference in the end.
How do you know your punishment isn't over?
Because I'm still alive.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've still got some good to do around here.
Hey, I thought some more about what you said. I think maybe you're right. Maybe I should go to Bitter Springs. I don't know what I'm hoping to find there.
Okay, make a point to stop there, but what changed your mind?
Nothing. Dream. Just tired of thinking about it.
Okay, make a point to stop there.
I hope this isn't a mistake.
I forgot to remember to forget.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that went a bit went a bit better than I expected and faster than I expected. I thought we'd have to solve the mystery of the Legion spy first, but we will get around to that one next time. See you then.